to the right, gets bounced through there on this third one, and then just coming out from the bottom left of your screen now, a flash of green. That's Harri Kullas just blasting right by Sean Simpson.
But a great
the rider's right, but who's it going to be? Frossard on the outside, takes a big early jump. He's trying to do what Maria Franca did, but somehow I think he's probably going to get squeezed, is he? No, he keeps the power out of the way. That's Charlier. 4-3-0. At the bottom of the hill, turn 6, working his way up. Ooh. Now, is that smoking just a result of the fact that he's been through the gloop on the outside of that bottom turn? Or is there something else going on with that Gariboldi Yamaha? Well, he's got 4 minutes plus 2 laps to go to try and bring it home. A little bit soft on the rear end as well. But he will be unaware that the rear end of that pipe was just trailing a little bit of smoke briefly as he came out of that turn up the hill towards the work area. Marvin Musquin looks to have settled for second position in this race. That gap now 31 seconds between Ken Roczen and Marvin Musquin. As far as the championship goes, in that podium position to Jeffrey Hurlings, and dropping down the order to 4th. Jeremy Van Hoorbeek, though, 2 seconds further back. Simpson in 5th on the CLS Kawasaki. Rumoured to be on the move next year is Jeremy Van Hoorbeek, making way for Tommy Searle and Max Anstey. Both riders coming over from the USA, both Brits of course, both started their riding careers in the schoolboys with Team Green Kawasaki, so it'll be a return to familiarity, although CLS Kawasaki, a French-based team, I guess they'll be riding the French Championship, but I guess all that's got to be decided. And also for Tommy Searle, he'll be able to contest the West Coast Supercross Series at the beginning of the year before switching over to do the MX2 Motocross World Championship as well. So that's the plan, at least, for Tommy Searle. Max Anstey, not so sure about that one at the moment, but obviously 5-second board up the gate. Oh, 1 or 2 itchy fingers there. One of that, was that the Pinot that got caught up on the gate there? But this time the start coming from the middle, and is that Simpson or Hurlings? Probably Simpson, actually, going through a much drier first turn, but look at that already. So left-hand side, Nick Treestar on board camera, bringing us some images there. He just took a quick look over to the left-hand side, but it's Marvin Musquin actually. Gauthier Paulin 2nd, and then one of the Gariboldis, probably Charlier 3rd, Simpson 4th, Frossard in there, about 5th position. Off the top of the hill there. Very deep if you get offline through there. Oh! And Charlier goes down, and that bike is unsighted for a lot of the riders, and they're doing very, very well indeed to... oh, and we've got one of the KTMs down. That'll be Hurlings down in the corner here as well. So Charlier goes down big time, just as he comes through to the finish area, and that'll be Hurlings down on the deck. Yes, I think it is. Or is that Simpson? No handguards. So Hurlings, and that's not good for Hurlings. So he's just taken 3rd in the championship, and he's holding that right hand, and there was a horrible patch just through the bike to the right. Oh, look at that. Charlier just catches a hole there. Oh. He gets body slammed, and Frossard and Simpson, oh, and he gets his leg run over as well. Does Charlier. Race 1 about to get underway. There we see the 189. One of the local riders, but it's going to be, and that was Chatfield actually, but from around about gate 10, 11, it's one of the Red Bull KTMs, Marvin Musquin it is, and Sean Simpson, pretty much as they were yesterday, heading out through turn 1, under the Honda bridge they go, and Ken Roczen's in there in 2nd position, Gauthier Paulin, one of the Gariboldi Yamahas as well, Zach Osborne, Jake Nichols has got a good start as they disappear through the first of 3 waves, and Roczen challenging Gauthier Paulin over the first of the tabletops, when he heads through turn 3, yesterday, but they've been working their hardest to rectify that situation. Unfortunately, it was a little bit heavy, the ground was, when we arrived here first thing this morning, maybe just a little bit too much water down here. I've just revitalised the bridge, that's just coming back round towards the finish line area. The more my hospitality is off to the left there, that's where all the noise is coming from, as Gauthier Paulin trying to find a way past Harri Kullas. That's the battle for 3rd place at the moment.
And Kullas, he had a hard crash yesterday. For him to be up here running good, I mean, that's a really good rebound, because I saw him walking back to the pit, head down.
In the qualifying race?
Yeah, in the qualifying race. So,
and that was the result of the mechanical then as well, because when I spoke to one of the 2 guys down in pit lane, I asked, 14.6, that was the last time around for our 2 leaders. They come through now. Bonus on charge.
Yeah, I think that's 3rd place right there.
Yeah, because well, Kullas not giving it up though.
No.
Kullas there in the front rider in shot. He's out 3rd on the Gariboldi Yamaha. Arnold Tonus on the Sekiro Suzuki teammate Ken Roczen. We heard how it was the best qualifying for Tonus and even beat his teammate who made a bad start. Said he got hooked up on the gate, actually, did Ken Roczen, and then just took a little bit too long getting going, find his rhythm. But he's going to be more than pleased with that, and so too the Brazilian fans. And look at that, over the line they go, first and second, absolutely nothing in it between Marvin Musquin and Ken Roczen. They are what, 2:13, 11, yeah, 1.4 seconds. That gap's come right down.
Oh wow, 2:10. He's on it. That's that 2 seconds I was talking about. I mean, just as soon as you think you got him beat, he just fires off something unbelievable.
Absolutely, and they're in back markers. We look at this battle for third place, which still involves Harri KULLAS, Arnold Tonus, and Zach Osborne. But our two race leaders on the other end of the circuit are really absolutely wheel to wheel, almost bar to bar now. But Harri KULLAS did a great job, considering he had a big crash. He didn't finish the race yesterday. The gate drops for MX2 race 2, and it's going to be a drag race again. Look for the KTM in the middle of the picture. Number 1, Marvin Musquin. Gauthier Paulin, though, flies around the outside on that Monster Energy Yamaha, but not giving enough room through there, is he, by Marvin Musquin, his fellow Frenchman. That's the second split, and Roczen going through in his fastest time in the second split. So this gap could either come down in Roczen's favour, or it could stay pretty much around 2.5 seconds. We'll have to wait and see. They're working their way back towards the finish line area. That's Harri KULLAS. He's in 11th place on the Gariboldi Yamaha. As Marvin Musquin comes through to complete lap 12. Oh, and it's the fastest lap for Ken Roczen, 2:07.4, 2:08.7, and that gap is 1.1 seconds. So Roczen has the Frenchman back in his sights as we head into, what, 6.5 minutes plus 2 laps. So it could be a grandstand finish here in his second MX2 race. There is the 151 of Harri KULLAS, the Finn. The gate drops. Ken Roczen nearest our camera on the left-hand side, but he's going to get out-dragged, is he, or is he going to hold a tight line through to maybe Sean Mitchell? Certainly one of the BRD boys, and bodies strewn all over the place as Valentin Tellier attacks the back of a rider going into turn 4. So hopefully everybody okay on the deck at the start, at the first turn, but there's Ken Roczen. It was a chain that crashed on him. We've got Marshall's flags in the background as well. So we've got riders falling off all over the place. Will be second on 42 with a third and a second. And Joe Roulance would get on the podium here if he would stay where he was with a second and a fourth. Simpson would just miss out though, to the tune of 7 points in fourth position. And Harri KULLAS would finish in 5th place. And there is Harri KULLAS. 151 on the Gariboldi Yamaha. Outshone his teammate Christophe pretty much every weekend this year, although his teammate, to be fair, has had a couple of hand injuries that he's been struggling with all season long, but even still, you cannot take anything away from this youngster. The guy there in the middle next to Eric Lavois, Marcus Bau from Tekka, the CEO, and the, I suppose you could say, the main money behind the Tekka Europe Suzuki squad in the MX2 category. Been resolved, I'm pleased to say. So it's now not Davide Guarneri, Alessandro Lupino and Manuel Moni, but instead Kai Rowley, Philip Hartz and Lupino. So it really is going to be quite a mouth-watering occasion in a couple of weeks' time. But here we are, the final round in 2010 of the Grand Prix Series, and there is Jay Nichols and Christophe Charlier, number 430 on the Gariboldi Yamaha. So they're in their own little battle for 12th place in the overall standings. Ken Roczen was pretty, well, I won't say it wasn't necessarily dominant in the qualifying heat yesterday. He did lead every lap, but him and Marvin Musquin got a point back there. So that'll be interesting for the second moto. Lupino. Is that KULLAS just ahead of him? Possibly. 151, Harri KULLAS in 11th place. Yep, Charlier comes over the line already, so he's ahead of this guy, this little battle. 6.5 minutes remain, and there's Frossard lurking dangerously in the background. So Frossard, who went down on the first lap, he's now in 13th position, trying to close in on the man with our onboard camera, Alessandro Lupino, on the Ritchie Yamaha. Whoa, don't leave the door too wide open there, Alex, because the man behind you, 183, Stephen Frossard, will be in no time at all. 151, Harri KULLAS on the Gariboldi Yamaha, the front rider in that particular shot, just taking a tight defensive line. But look at that, you don't see the hard, slick surface like this too often. All the circuits much more groomed and rotivated, turned over, but you can see just on the line there where Frossard was coming into that final corner where it's back to the hillside. The start right on the top end there and pit lane. When you get to that first drop down, you look down and it just goes on and on and on forever, right down to that bottom end of the circuit. It's one heck of a descent down there. This TV angle doesn't really give it any justice, but that gives you some idea. That drop just can go in the background. You drop all the way down, and that in itself is about 110 metres that next corner. So we're about 300 metres from the top of the hill all the way down to the bottom.